So hi, I don't know how this video is going to come out, but this is Verlin Anderson. I am at our home office in Bkou, Cote d'Ivoire, West Africa. Country of a population about 27 million or so, and a lot of variety. Now, I'm going to try to do this as a single recording because I am in a t-shirt, a really dirty blue jeans, because this is setup and organization time. That doesn't mean great things aren't happening, but for instance, that truck that's back there behind me, that's a Hilux. They're not sold in the US, but it was on top of blocks during the time we were gone, and those who've seen our updates saw that it was on top of blocks, and like these, there were 4 blocks like this, and you can see the one, it just rotted while we were gone. Unfortunately, I was able to safely that Hilux down off the blocks without Debbie here, without getting myself crushed. There are lots of things that are wrong. You can see some beautiful flowers around the yard. This is part of our protection. The neighborhood has a lot of violence, a lot of crime, but these plants have thorns, and they go up about 1.5 feet above the wall, and they're pretty flowers, but the extra weight's causing this roof to buckle. So I'm getting some iron bars, angle irons to get done. We store things in barrels to limit some of the theft and all, but you know, that wasn't the real stuff. Deb's not here right now because inside the house, I found wires that have been chewed through. We got some mice problems here at the house. They're eating fruit and insulation off of wires. I was getting shorted at a couple places. Those who've read our updates know that we've got a laundry machine that's gone bad. If you look back here at the back, we've made a collection over the last 20 years from other missionaries, and believe it or not, every single one of those units that you see there, except for one, is no longer working. And if the one that's working is that old Maytag there from like the 1920s and 30s. My great-grandmother used to have one of those many days. But you didn't, that's not why you send us. Things you send us for is what will be here at Shea Garden. That plant in the very back, that's moringa. That's what it actually looks like. That plant, the leaves, if you make a leaf powder and you give a tablespoon of the powder, you're going to give somebody 8 times the vitamin C of a glass of orange juice. I think it's 12 times the calcium of a glass of milk. It's got the B complex of vitamins, other things. Water supply is a challenge. When I got here, the water wasn't getting. If I don't have a water tank, we don't have water at the house many days of the week because Bkou has water shortage. It's better than it used to be. At one time, we went 6 months without water, but this tank allows us to have 3 or 4 days without water service. That connection here, our electricity was off for 2 days while I've been here because that little box was bad. So this is all setup time. And this area here, believe it or not, will be a garden such we've gotten 2 other places in the country as examples. But when we get it set back up here, this little plot of land will produce enough food for a family of 7 people. You can see a lime tree here. But I'm taking you to where one of the fellows who's worked with us for a long time has been, and let you know really the reason that you've got us here. He's taken 2 benches from the yard where I was working on these voltage regulators. These are about $100 a piece, and they're the only thing that keeps our current stable. Current here is supposed to be 220, but it varies from 140 to 250, maybe 260. That keeps it stable so we don't fry our batteries and computer equipment. And missionaries to have other problems. But the real reason we're here is what's going on right now. And I'm over here and show something. And here, I'm interrupting their class sergeant a little bit. Je demande pardon pour avoir interrompu. Donc, je passe. C'est simplement pour montrer. Oui, tu veux le saluer? Merci beaucoup. Donc, je demande pardon pour avoir interrompu. Donc, c'est bon. So, what's going on is that's Kofi. Kofi's worked with us. He's learned how to do Discovery Bible studies. He does it with his family, and he does it with those children. Sometimes there's as many as 70 kids. Today it looks like there's just a little less than 20. But basically, he reads them a Bible story and asks them the Discovery Bible questions that I shared with you some time back. He's seen over 40 people saved before I came back last time. We haven't had a chance to talk about it, but he started, I believe, 3 adult Bible studies. And he's just somebody who works with us. And that's going on. Since coming back, checked in with the university. One of the people we've trained 300 there. One of them's over the Department of Health in the southeast region called Boisseau. They are now planning to train 800 nurses in community health evangelism, and they'll coordinate with churches, mosques, and with other groups using community health evangelism and to so spread the gospel. And that's just part of it. I've checked in with a couple of churches. I've still yet to check in with Christian Missionary Alliance and with the USO, which are two large denominational groups that have really been hard at work. But once I see them, I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to get this setup work done. And if I don't get it done, life is not going to be very safe for us when we come back to the house. So lots of little things being done, things be a little bit better. And oh, I ought to show you one last thing. This video has been a little bit longer than I thought, but this is one of the reasons she's not here. You see, it's just a mess. We got food all over the place. Cabinets have to be dusted, cleaned, mice dropping, cleared out, everything. But we have a fan can blow here, and this is the size of the kitchen. Ivorians do not cook inside, so believe it or not, this is a large kitchen. So I'm mounting an exhaust fan because it's over 95 degrees out here right now. My t-shirt is all wet with sweat, and that's because I'm mounting an exhaust fan so that when I turn on the stove, at least there's some air moving through, and it makes it a little bit durable. Well, I hope this helps you. I'm sorry if it went a little bit long, and it was really rather impromptu because I've run out of time. I didn't get to bed till 2 o'clock, actually 2:30 this morning, because of getting a quarterly update done and getting a financial report ready. And I woke up at 8 o'clock and took care of, about 7:45, and got to sweeping and handling some other stuff and dogs. So thank you so much. I'll leave you with a picture of the dogs in the dog cage. People are absolutely terrified of these two big fellas. Well, one fella, one girl. And they are probably the reason we don't have a lot of crime coming into the yard besides those plants around. So thank you for taking the 7 minutes to listen. Sorry if it took a little longer, and I'm going to trust pastor and wife to cut this. So Dean and Ruth, thank you so much for allowing us to share. May God bless you. And frankly, I didn't give you a whole lot of the news that God's doing, but I'm just getting on the ground and learning some of it. But you've got a little bit of what I know so far and that I've been able to confirm. God bless you. Bye-bye. Oh, sorry. Thank you very, very much for the regular support. Without it, we wouldn't be here ministering.